October the 16th of every year is celebrated as World Food Day by the United Nations. The theme for this year's celebration is Grow, Nourish and Sustain. According to a new report jointly published by the United Nations and European Union in 2019, Nigeria is one of the countries that experienced the worst food crisis in the world in 2018. But the government is giving assurances of more investment in the agriculture sector to increase food production.
The strategy is to use smallholder farms, but we're using the big farms as anchors, if you like. So they are the ones who sort of aggregate the smallholder farms. As I said, we mapped 5 million. We've already registered 5 million farmers, and each farm is geo-tagged. And these are small, very, very small farmers. In order to work with them, each of these bigger farms or the bigger agricultural companies now supervise, and I use the expression advisedly, say about 20,000 farmers. The idea is that it is the big companies that supply them their inputs.
Statistics from the Food and Agricultural Organization shows approximately 14% of food produced for human consumption is lost each year in the agriculture value chain from the farm to the table. How can government bridge this gap?
There must be emphasis on rural infrastructure because a lot of food is lying waste in rural areas because of the difficulty of evacuating them to market. So these are issues that require, political commitment.
Through various interventions, government is assisting farmers to produce more food with the aim to stock up the nation's food reserve to about 219,000 metric tons before the end of the year.
Since the beginning of 2020, many farming seasons, the ministry has distributed input to states across the country to boost food production. Nigeria last recorded a boost in the production of her major staple crops. According to the data from the ministry, maize and rice production rose from 12.8 and 12.3 to 13.94 and 14.28 million metric tons, respectively, last year.
While the daunting challenge of poor infrastructure, inconsistent policies and finance remain the bane of the development of the agriculture sector, more intervention from both the government and the private sector may hopefully address the issue of food security for the people.